The story begins with a man named Master Lin, who is secretly selling dragon blood. A buyer carefully checks the bottle and realizes it's real dragon blood, so he pays for it and leaves. Just then, a man quietly drops off a small baby nearby and disappears. The baby starts crying. Around her neck hangs a mysterious crystal, and as she cries, the stones around her begin floating into the air. Master Lin hears the strange sound and sends one of his men to investigate. When the man sees the baby, he's completely shocked. They take the little girl with them. Master Lin travels far away to a hidden city, where he has dragons imprisoned. Long ago, dragons once formed special bonds with humans called dragon keepers, but only people with pure hearts could create that bond. When the emperor discovered this, he became afraid, so he ordered all dragons to be captured and imprisoned, so no one could ever challenge his rule. Lin gives the baby to his servant Lamao, telling her to raise the child so she can work for him when she grows up. But Lamao raises the baby with love and kindness. She names the little girl Ping. Years pass quickly. Ping grows up into a strong young girl. Lamao loves her like her own daughter. One day, Master Lin arrives again and orders Lamao to bring food for the dragons immediately. Ping gets angry when she sees how badly Lin talks to Lamao. She asks, "Why do you always listen to him?" Lamao sadly replies, "I'm his servant. Following his orders is my duty." Soon, Lamao and Ping begin preparing a large basket of food for the dragons. While working, Ping talks happily with her tiny friend Haha, a little mouse. When the basket is ready, Lamao tries to carry it to the dragon prison, but she is old now. She stumbles and falls. Master Lin becomes furious and starts beating Lamao. Ping quickly jumps in front of her and stops him. "Don't hurt her. I'll carry the basket." Lin laughs. He can't believe a small girl could carry such a heavy basket, but his men place the massive basket on Ping's head anyway. With great effort, Ping manages to carry it all the way to the prison. The food is dumped into a deep underground cellar where the dragons are kept. Ping suddenly notices that her mouse Haha has secretly followed her and falls down into the cellar with the fruit. Lin orders Ping to leave, but Ping wants to save her friend, so she secretly hides nearby. When everyone leaves, Ping ties a rope and climbs down into the cellar, but the rope slips from her hands. She falls down. Luckily, the ground is covered with piles of fruit, so she isn't badly hurt. Inside the cellar, Ping finally sees the two dragons. The male dragon is named Danzi, and the female dragon is named Luyu. At first, Ping is terrified. Danzi notices the injury on Ping's hand. Then Luyu gently approaches her. Using the magic inside her dragon egg, she heals Ping's wound instantly. At that moment, Ping realizes something important. These dragons are kind and peaceful, but they have been imprisoned for years because the emperor fears their power. The dragons are deeply sad. Ping rescues her mouse Habie and climbs back out with Danzi's help. Then she returns home. That night, Ping has a strange dream. In her dream, Luyu appears and speaks to her. She tells Ping about the dragon egg. Only Ping can help the baby dragon hatch. Ping must take the egg to a magical lake and place it in the water there. Confused, Ping asks, "How can I do this alone?" Luyu replies softly, "You're not an ordinary girl." Suddenly, Ping wakes up. The ground is shaking like an earthquake. Her crystal necklace begins glowing in the dark. Lamao explains what's happening. One of the imprisoned dragons is dying, and that is causing the strange energy in the air. Master Lin also discovers the news. One of the dragons has died. He orders his men to bring the body so he can sell the dragon parts for money. When Ping secretly goes to the cellar again, she sees something heartbreaking. The dragon who died is Luyu, and Lin's men are cutting her body into pieces. Ping watches this in horror. Her heart completely breaks. The next day, Ping notices something strange. Many soldiers are entering the town, pulling a huge iron cage behind them. Just then, Lamao comes to Ping and hands her a cup of tea, asking her to deliver it to Lord Diao. Before Ping can leave, soldiers suddenly arrive and take Master Lin away. Lord Diao believes Lin is responsible for the dragon's death, and now he wants him punished. Ping brings the tea to Lord Diao. While she's there, she overhears him talking to the commander. The commander says that capturing the dragon alive will be difficult, but killing it would be easy. Diao quickly replies, "We need the dragon's blood to cure our sick emperor, but if the dragon dies, it will be useless to us, so it must stay alive." Ping quietly serves the tea. Just then, her little mouse Haha suddenly appears. Seeing the mouse, Diao becomes furious and tries to kill it, but Ping instinctively uses her magical power and saves Haha. Diao is stunned, but instead of being angry, he smiles, because now he has a new idea. He realizes that Ping is the dragon keeper of the last living dragon, Danzi, and if Ping is involved, the dragon will obey. So Diao takes Ping to the dragon. He threatens Danzi, "If you don't go into that cage, I'll kill the girl." With no other choice, Danzi slowly enters the cage. The next day, soldiers begin locking Danzi inside the cage. Watching this breaks Ping's heart. She becomes furious, and suddenly, she screams. Her magical powers explode. The energy lifts Diao and all the soldiers into the air. Danzi quickly takes advantage of the chaos and rushes toward Ping. He gives her something extremely important, his dragon egg. Without wasting time, Ping grabs the egg and starts running away, but Diao sees the egg in her hands. He immediately orders his soldiers to capture her. He even sends his magical insect after her. The creature bites Ping, and poison begins spreading through her body. Ping becomes weaker and weaker, but suddenly, the magic inside the dragon egg activates. A soft glow surrounds Ping, and the poison disappears. Her life is saved. Just then, Lord Diao catches up with her and grabs Ping. At the same time, Danzi breaks free and rushes back to help her. Seeing the dragon approaching, Diao panics. He threatens Danzi again. If you come any closer, I'll drop Ping and the egg into the canyon. Danzi has no choice but to stop, but he slowly moves closer anyway. Diao loses patience. He throws Ping and the dragon egg into the deep canyon. Danzi immediately dives down after them. He manages to catch Ping before she hits the ground. But during the chaos, Diao secretly pulls the dragon egg back up. Now the egg is back in his hands. Danzi flies back toward him to retrieve it, but the commander orders his soldiers to attack. Arrows begin raining down on the dragon. Danzi has no choice but to escape with Ping. Meanwhile, Lord Diao stares at the dragon egg in his hands, completely thrilled. He knows something important. A dragon egg is even more powerful than a dragon itself. But before he can celebrate too long, the commander takes the egg from him and says, "With this egg, our emperor will finally be cured." In the next scene, we see Danzi and Ping far away from the city, resting in a safe place. When Ping wakes up, the first thing she wants to do is go back home. She's worried about Lamao and wants to see if she's okay, but Danzi gently stops her. He tells Ping that Lamao is safe, but right now they have something far more important to do. They must get the dragon egg back. Ping looks confused and asks, "You're a huge dragon. Why do you need help from a small girl like me?" Danzi smiles and explains, "Because alone I'm not strong enough. And you're not just an ordinary girl, you are a dragon keeper." Soon they begin traveling through the forest. Along the way, Danzi teaches Ping about the blue magical energy that comes from her. This power is called Qi. Qi exists in everything in the world, but only a few people can truly control it, and Ping is one of them. Danzi starts teaching Ping how to use her power so she can protect herself when the time comes. Meanwhile, we see Lord Diao and the commander traveling toward the imperial palace, carrying the dragon egg with them. During the journey, Diao secretly tries to take the egg for himself, but the commander is always watching him, so he never gets the chance. Back in the forest, Ping and Danzi continue their journey. Soon they reach a deep canyon. The only way across is a narrow wooden bridge, but Danzi's wing is injured from the arrows, so he can't fly. They carefully start walking across the bridge, but Danzi's heavy weight causes the bridge to start breaking apart. Suddenly, the bridge collapses. Both Ping and Danzi grab onto a hanging rope, but even the rope begins to snap. Just when it seems they're about to fall, Ping focuses her Qi power and manages to save Danzi from falling into the canyon. However, Ping injures herself in the process. Danzi then uses his own magic to heal her wounds completely. Meanwhile, Lord Diao and the commander finally arrive at the Emperor's palace. The moment the Emperor touches the dragon egg, its magical energy flows through him. Within seconds, the Emperor is completely healed. Seeing this, Lord Diao asks the Emperor to give him the dragon egg. He claims he wants to perform a special ritual. According to him, the ritual could make the Emperor immortal, but the Emperor immediately refuses. He knows Diao's intentions aren't pure. The Emperor explains, making a human immortal goes against the laws of nature. The gods themselves could become angry. Diao becomes furious. He storms away and returns to his secret cave, where his partner Wanshu is waiting. Wanshu tells him that the ritual is already prepared, but to complete it, they still need a dragon egg. It is then revealed that Wanshu is also a dragon keeper, which is why he knows so much about dragons and their eggs. Using his dragon keeper senses, Wanshu suddenly realizes something. A dragon is nearby. When Diao hears this, he smiles, because he knows this could be the perfect chance to get another dragon egg. Meanwhile, we see Danzi and Ping continuing their journey toward the kingdom. But to reach the capital, they must first cross a massive river. Danzi takes Ping underwater and leads her through a hidden passage that opens into an ancient cave. Inside the cave, the walls are covered with old paintings. Danzi explains that these paintings are thousands of years old, from a time when humans and dragons fought side by side, but eventually, humans betrayed the dragons. Just then, someone suddenly appears. It's Wanshu. Danzi immediately recognizes him, and Wanshu recognizes Danzi as well. Wanshu was once Lu Yu's dragon keeper. He tells them he wants to help. Using his magic, Wanshu moves a massive stone and reveals a secret passage that leads toward the kingdom. Ping and Danzi agree to follow him, but Wanshu asks Danzi to stay behind because his large size would make him easy to spot. While traveling together, Wanshu begins teaching Ping how to better control her dragon keeper powers. Ping is excited and grateful, and she happily hugs him, but Wanshu looks sad because deep down he knows he has been ordered by Lord Diao to betray Ping and Danzi. Once they reach the kingdom, Danzi follows their plan. He attacks the kingdom from the front gates, creating a huge distraction. The commander rushes out with all the soldiers to stop the dragon. Meanwhile, Ping uses the opportunity to sneak inside the imperial palace. Since most of the soldiers are outside fighting Danzi, the palace is almost unguarded. Ping quickly defeats the few guards remaining and reaches the emperor. There, she successfully retrieves the dragon egg. Then she escapes. Ping runs back to the battlefield, where Danzi and the soldiers are fighting. To distract the commander, Ping pretends that she's been hit by an arrow. She drops the dragon egg on the ground and runs away. The commander becomes distracted by Ping, giving Danzi the chance to escape. When the soldiers finally bring the egg to the commander, he realizes something shocking. The egg is fake. Inside the basket are only glowing fireflies. The commander becomes furious. Meanwhile, Ping is trying to escape with the real dragon egg. But suddenly, Lord Diao appears. He snatches the egg from her and unleashes his poisonous spiders. The spiders bite Ping, and their venom quickly spreads through her body. Ping collapses on the ground, unconscious. Just then, Wan Chu arrives. Seeing Ping dying, he gives Ping an antidote, saving her life. After some time, Ping wakes up again. But when she opens her eyes, she sees the commander standing in front of her, demanding to know where the dragon egg is. Meanwhile, Lord Diao has already taken the dragon egg to his secret chamber. There, he begins performing the ritual to make himself immortal. As he absorbs the egg's magical power, he becomes stronger and stronger. Back with Ping, she tells the commander the whole truth. Realizing the danger, the commander decides to help her stop Diao. Together, they rush to Diao's secret chamber. But the moment they arrive, Diao releases his poisonous insects. Before the insects can harm the commander, Ping uses her powers to stop them in mid-air. However, the energy blast accidentally knocks the commander unconscious. At the same time, Ping's mouse reaches Danzi and tells him that Ping is in danger. Hearing this, Danzi immediately flies toward the palace. Meanwhile, Diao continues absorbing the dragon egg's power. When Ping tries to enter the chamber to stop him, Wan Chu stops her. He warns that if she enters the room now, her powers will completely disappear. But the commander refuses to listen. He rushes inside anyway. The moment he enters the chamber, his strength begins to drain away. Within seconds, he grows old. Ping is terrified. She has no idea how to stop Diao now. Wan Chu realizes that Diao has gone too far, so he finally decides to help Ping. Using the last of his Dragon Keeper powers, Wan Chu manages to pull the dragon egg away from Diao. He hands it to Ping, but the effort drains all his strength, and in that moment, Wan Chu dies. Meanwhile, because the ritual was never completed, Lord Diao begins transforming into a terrifying demon-like creature. Filled with rage, he charges toward Ping to kill her. Ping tries to fight him on her own, but Diao is far too powerful. Just then, Danzi arrives. Now Ping and Danzi fight together against Diao, but something strange begins to happen. Every time they attack him, Diao only grows bigger and stronger because he's absorbing their power. Ping quickly realizes the only way to stop him. Instead of fighting harder, she releases all of her power into him. The energy floods into Diao. He grows larger and larger until his massive body becomes unstable. The entire chamber begins to collapse. The walls and ceiling crumble down, burying Diao beneath the ruins. And finally, Diao is destroyed. After the battle, Ping and Danzi take the dragon egg to the magical lake that Lu Yu once told her about. Ping gently places the egg on the surface of the water. Moments later, the egg begins to glow. Then suddenly, a tiny baby dragon hatches. The little dragon immediately becomes friendly with Ping, and Ping is overjoyed. Danzi is also incredibly happy to see his baby, but sadly, he has been badly injured during the battle. Danzi tells Ping to take care of his child, because he believes he might not survive much longer. Hearing this breaks Ping's heart, but she refuses to give up. Using her Dragon Keeper powers, Ping sends Danzi high into the sky, because dragons heal much faster when they fly in the open sky, and it works. Soon, Danzi's strength begins to return. He fully recovers. In the end, Ping, the baby dragon, and Danzi live together peacefully. Sometimes the smallest heroes carry the biggest destinies. If you enjoyed this magical story, don't forget to like the video, share it with a friend, and subscribe for more amazing movie stories.